Dear viewers, today let's focus on the following subject. A radiography of capitalism, the disrespect and greed of capitalist companies. A health insurance cost-saving perspective. In the modern capitalist economy, the relationship between employers and employees is often strained by issues of fairness and respect. One glaring example of this is the refusal of too many companies to provide a percentage of kickback of the health insurance cost savings to their employees who are not taking it from them, enriching these companies a lot more. Companies and corporations love to print and show on the earning statements how much they pay into the health insurance of each employee. They love to rub in our fatigued and stressed faces how much we the workers cost for them. So companies and corporations know for sure how much savings they have on the workers who do not take health insurance. The exact amount of money, down to pennies. Let's not forget that corporations write off taxes for all these expenses. The IRS is on their side. Do you happen to notice somehow these savings do not come up in meetings, in companies' newsletters, flyers, or websites? Is not that interesting? This practice not only demonstrates a lack of respect for the workforce, but also highlights the extremely illogical and sick greed that drives too many capitalist enterprises, the implications of such practices, and the extra financial burden they place on their cheapest workers. The cost of health insurance gets more expensive year by year. Health insurance is a significant expense for both employers and employees. Nowadays, approximately 80% is paid by the employer and 20% is paid by the employee. So, on average, employer-sponsored health insurance costs over $7,000 per year for single coverage and more than $20,000 for family coverage. When companies choose not to provide a percentage, some form of bonus, or kickback from this health insurance savings, it really shows how odd and weird their logic and mind work. They save substantial amounts of money, often an average of $1,000 per month per employee. This translates to over $12,000 per year, meaning that over a 4-year period, an employee effectively works for free. Yes, you heard right. Works for free. For one of those years due to the savings the company accrues. How this impact on employees? For employees can be devastating because they pay for health insurance through a spouse or family members. Employees cannot write off their taxes, the health insurance expenses, as companies and corporations can do. And we need these benefits, right? So workers are forced to pay it somehow. This can lead to significant financial strain, especially in the event of a medical emergency. The financial stress and insecurity caused by this kind of careless companies can also negatively impact an employee's productivity and overall well-being. The ethical implications. The decision by some companies to forego not honoring by providing for those who save them huge sums of money by not taking health insurance is not just a financial issue, it is an ethical one. By prioritizing profits over their cheapest money-making employees, these companies demonstrate a profound lack of respect and compassion. This behavior is a stark example of predatory and psychopathic capitalism, where the pursuit of profit comes at the expense of human dignity and fairness. Folks, it's highly frustrating to see companies and corporations lamenting their expenses and rising costs while overlooking the significant savings they enjoy from employees who have health insurance through a spouse or family member. These workers effectively reduce the financial burden on their employers, yet this contribution too often goes unrecognized and unappreciated. The narrative of corporations being poor or heavily burdened by costs can feel disingenuous, especially when they benefit from such substantial savings. It's important to highlight these discrepancies and advocate for fairer treatment and recognition of employees' contributions. It is difficult for someone who knows that they save an average of $1,000 per month for them to listen with a straight face to these unfair complaints from multimillionaires and especially from multi-billionaire corporations. If you are looking to raise awareness or take action on this issue, consider sharing these insights with others or contacting your representatives to push for policies that ensure more equitable treatment of workers. Every voice counts in the fight for fairness and respect in the workplace. A call for change is necessary to address this issue. It is crucial for both policymakers and the public to advocate for better protections and benefits for workers. States should have a hotline where workers can call and report these predatory, disrespectful practices, and the state's websites should have a special spot for these fakely great and fakely self-advertised honorable companies. Now what about us, the workers? We the abused and mistreated ones, let's tell it out loud, often and clearly, on social media posts, comments on every job-seeking websites, letting other people know the real deal with these companies and who is behind the empty promises, big slogans, and fancy mission statements. Let's expose the men, let's shine the light on their psychopathic manipulation tactics. In conclusion, folks, the refusal of companies to provide nothing to honor those who make them rich by not taking their health insurance and giving 0% back from their huge savings to their cheapest employees is a clear example of the disrespect and greed that is clearly a case that characterizes psychopathic capitalist enterprises. By saving money at the expense of their workers' health and financial security, these companies undermine the principles of fairness and respect that should be at the core of any employment relationship. It is essential to advocate for change and ensure that all workers are respected for whom they are, the moneymakers for these corporations. My fellow working-class comrades, the numbers mentioned to you a couple of minutes ago, it is a good negotiating point for a salary increase or hiring interviews. You tell your bosses, look, I do not take health insurance and I know this is a huge saving for your company, let's share these savings, this is my plea to be paid more. It's worth asking, and maybe you win a jackpot just by explaining why and asking for a fair share. If they are reasonable, logical, fair and respectful people, you are in luck, my comrade. The alternative is denial and you do not lose anything, comrade, but now you know for sure that you just talked to a demon or Satan himself. Please tell me what you think and how you feel about this issue, analyze it, brainstorm it, debate it, and if you like it, please share it. Thank you for watching. I truly and highly appreciate you, and God bless you.